Okay, we're back. Hello everyone and welcome. We are going to play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney again. Let's go. December 27, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Hedgeworth talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. Memory of murder. You really think Mr. Hedgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Hedgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but it never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had them swooning in the hairs. Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes. I do remember feeling pain. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a bit or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I stepped Edgeworth in there to the edgy. You guys should be bowing for me. Yeah, bow before your hero. What? Okay. This trial, Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Hedgeworth would have been found guilty. Better you stay, Nick. That boatshop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Okay. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Hedgeworth so much? I mean, it seems recently true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of third grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kid would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Ah, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see what you forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we had the classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief, give the money back. You're such a meanie, no one play. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. You can hide the... Wow, that's fast. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to Rama, the boy whose money had been stolen was stealing. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in the trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why your honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say his story. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This last trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, you see. When something smells, it's usually the best. Yeah. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The Tier 6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's names again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark suspicions of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Hedgie I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. Guess he didn't want to see his old friends. Couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not, in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Wow, Nick! So, that's why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! Nick, we have to save Mr. Hedgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there is that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, then let's move. Is there something in the detention center? Yeah. December 27, detention center visitors room. Edgeworth. Look as grim as always. Mr. Hedgeworth, I heard a story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In third grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Hedgeworth, didn't you know that trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a thought, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edward. Perhaps. Okay. Hey, Hedgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny a reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, that man dropped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, yes, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. I'm pretty sure he is really innocent because we saw on between the evidences that there was a hole in the elevator, and the hole was done by a bullet. So the bullet was shot from outside of the elevator. So I'm pretty sure we will know the real murderer, but it's not Yogi. Yeah. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that, I know, it's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's not well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should should the weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, that if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now is no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Then let's move. I think I'll go on Gold Lake last, because there will the most important thing will probably be there. So, December 27, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Oh, right. That's the guy we were searching for. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Okay. So let's go to Gold Lake. Since he isn't in the boat rental shop, maybe we will find some more evidence. December 27, Gold Lake Park entrance. Hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I hope to catch me a criminal. Okay. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. Got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay, but that sounds like someone interfering with justice. Like you can't just take away the permission from police to go in the woods. That's stupid. Anyway. Okay, let's move. Gold Lake Public Beach. December 27, Gold Lake Public Beach. Huh? The still I saw is missing. I saw? Looks like the hot dog standing is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Okay. So nothing there, I guess. Let's see, boat rental. December 27, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep, I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem! I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Aha, hello, what might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial and tomorrow. That is true, yeah. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Okay, and I can go I can go inside. December 27, caretaker's shack. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Quack! Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Quack! I can't believe it run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Quack! Well, let's examine everything here. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Yeah. Fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gameshow. Don't you think the caretaker won't mind? Well, we can just give him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Ah! What's wrong? Never mind. What? Tell me! Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Okay. Well. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. What? Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in here. I'm not sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in there is a letter. A letter? Oh, boring. There is no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letter. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men who ruined your life? The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Okay, so what do you think it means, Nick? It means that the murder was orchestrated by someone else. Obviously, I don't know, but it looks like there's instruction for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following his instruction. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. Okay. There is nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't even think he even came back here after the trial. Yeah. Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You shall have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was a caretaker. And we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Okay. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. It says I can take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Okay. Doesn't look like he used this kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What? What? You thought he was telling the truth? Okay. So nothing else going on here? At least we have proof for the murder. That's a good thing, I guess. Let's go back then. Where should I go? Maybe detention center? Maybe I should show him the letter? Present the letter. Edward, see this letter? This came out of the safe in a shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Would it be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Wait, Robert Hammond? That's the defendant for... What? That sounds strange. Like, Robert Hammond defended what was the defense attorney. What could, I don't understand. Why is him and Edgeworth his enemies? Like, how can he be enemy with both of them? That's really strange. That's chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitation on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could it be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. And Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Yeah. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There is something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's the nightmare I've had. a memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. Okay. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Oh, help, I can breathe. Quiet, I say quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my hair. What? Stop breathing my hair. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my hair. No, father. The talking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from the days in court or the bailiffs. In the days, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! Ah! Hello! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was a true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there is someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Shouldn't you talk about it? Maya! Okay, so, I don't, let's go back. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Yeah. Should know best. Just do what you do. That should work. Yeah. Well, had any good ideas? This is all tied with the DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can before that murder, before tomorrow. Something that happened back then as an hold on Edgeworth and it won't let go. Now that I think about it, Roseberg had photos of the DL6 incident. So I guess we could go see him. December 27, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream, only a dream. I wonder, what? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well, so consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, it wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagine. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure... no one in the elevator was the murderer. That's not what happened. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. This pistol fired and the deed was done. No! I don't believe it! Yugi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Yeah? What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. To mentor Maya Fay. My sister, Gregory Edgeworth, was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimony and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his method. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The only one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her fraud. That's right. Everyone thought that she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Yeah? Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. Yeah, but given his head, he wouldn't have had any problem for what he had done. And plus, that was an accident. Protecting his son is not something that can be done like that. It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. Okay. And now what do we do? Detention center. Is there anything? No. Is there something more here? No. So Gold Lake, I guess. Let's go. No. No. So nothing more, I guess. I examined everything here, right? Okay. Let's move. What do we do now? Boat rental shop or entrance. Maybe I should present the letter to Rosberg. Oh, so this is the letter. Just seems that Yugi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his client, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. You want that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Oh! Well, that's a problem. It can't be Yanni because he was the one who followed the letter. So, Miles Edgeworth wouldn't have framed his own murder, wouldn't have framed himself as a murderer, so not him. So the only left is Von Karma. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma? Von Karma? Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told you Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Because his father was the only one who tried something against him, I guess? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Yeah, and that's where we are gonna find something strange in the DL6 incident and prove that he did not, in fact, kill his father. Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be thinking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he did not make it through the trial unscared. Yeah. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt the blow to his perfect trial record. Wow! It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from Rob. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? The Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright, I hate to say it, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe it killed someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admitted himself. Cesar must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Okay. Let's go to the. So nothing more to talk about. Let's go. Let's go to Criminal Affairs Department, maybe. December 27, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. There is hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe'll be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's here. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma is in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Yeah, that's not a good news. December 27, Police Department, Records Room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. But come on. Okay, that's not... That doesn't sound right. Here are files of collected case reports. That's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports. Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. There are shelves stuffed with cases, files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases, rotting away for eternity. Let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. Okay. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks. Most of it just looks like random junk. Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that, it's evidence. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases, evidence. Of course. Unsolved cases? Nick, the fight for DL6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eh? Von Karma! You? How do you know my name? Eh? Have we met? What are you saying? We met each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, I really remember defense attorneys. They are little like bugs to me, heedless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? Grunge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? Huh. So you did, but what I don't get is, why do you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had the defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. Guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite a researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. The Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Yeah, that's a problem. This large drawer is half open. The level on the drawer reads unsolved cases evidence. All the stuff in here looks like random chunks. Only the evidence for the DL6 incident is missing. I can guess who took it too. Von Karma. Yeah, that's obvious. It looks like there are files inside this glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. Nick, it's locked. He must keep important case files in here. Yeah. I don't think I have anything more to do now. Well, that's a problem. Nothing more. Huh. What can I do now? No. Clearly I have something to do with Von Karma. So I think I have to present him the letter. That does not seem like a good idea, but I'll save before. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You expected Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after I read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. Think 6,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way! Ah! Ah! Of course! I knew that was a bad idea! Why did not anyone think of making a copy of this letter? That... For the love of God! The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya James first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter, did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? Tier 6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Remember, when Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Tier 6 bullet starts in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Okay. Here we go. Yes, I'm going to save my progress. December 28, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to be settled at last. A lot of things. What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off of my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Petros is looking glum as always. I hope Vonkama doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and dish out. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yugi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Yeah, okay. December 28, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I had that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be howled into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, you opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confess this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of this court, I believe you will remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for police, see? I figured I'd got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I did one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Okay. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, so shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi and I'm going to prove it. Okay. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no need to rush to conclusion. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Pankama and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? I sat quietly. Ezros would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats those high-quality birds pellets from France. They only have them in a big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he is lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what is going on in that whole God girl's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness had no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness memories of the past and lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Harder. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. I figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusion again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can prove it's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that it's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprint. Then we'll compare that to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Eh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my finger working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprint. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're so winner, on camera. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes! Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh, okay. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. I am very well, witness. Who is Your Honor? Please testify for us. Who is Your Honor? Hello, quack! Certainly the most concise testimony we have had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Who is Your Honor? Hello, quack! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something, maybe? Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, quack! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with our owner's identity? Uh, uh, I don't know, no, I guess? No? Well, I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with that, no? Please only ask questions remain pertaining to the matter at hand. Well, you wanted to know a name, so there is that. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. Witness. What do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, Polly, have we forgotten something? Quack! Don't forget the L6. Quack! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with the L6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello, quack! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot, something we forgot. Hello, hello, quack! Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. That is ridiculous. What won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess you should try. Okay, then I'll ask the other question. What's the safe number? Safe? Why? I just tried to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228, 1238. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you weren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. I don't know, actually it does. Actually it does. That's why I had her to say it. Ah, ridiculous. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I don't know, Twelve, 10, 28? Oh, well, okay. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? Case summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary, specifically the date in which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set the secret numbers to date. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ultimate card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. They would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Huh. Very well, witness, you may continue. Okay, so I guess I have to ask her again her name. Yeah. What's your name? Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove our owner's identity and show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is to tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, to prove that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is... let's see. Like photo, mystify, map, pistol bullet, another weapon, parrot, file, let's see, letter, Gregory. The murder weapon was fired twice. Oh, that's interesting. Yuki, Cordelia. Oh, that's that's an interesting thing. Polly Jenkins. I wonder if this has something to do. The TF6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where is in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. That page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. You see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter was at a dog she called Phoenix. Well, Mr. Pheonix Wright doesn't make you my granddaughter's fiancé. She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness? Tell us your name. Wait. This witness. He doesn't remember. No, it's okay. What? I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. That is a real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the cop. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? You tried to frame Message was for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would take me innocent to get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived, and it was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it, I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. On camera, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. And the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't the camera saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Okay. This is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't for camera. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As I have heard, Yamiyogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I don't think we can do anything, so leave it. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There is nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. Okay. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. And he wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitation of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with it. Bah! It's obvious. We ought the trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Of course. December 20th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it, in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitation on the DL6 incident runs up today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one on by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On camera, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. The DL6 incident. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Okay. And until now you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, that same claim Mr. Yogi had made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's go. The thing we have to talk about here is the fact that there was 2 gunshots and Edgeworth only heard 1. That's the point we have to make. I think. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case. It was 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Wait. That's... okay. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. Safety must have come out when it fell from his holster. You picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw that pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was, in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day? Yes. I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I'd better find out, and quick. Okay, so the evidence is about the 2 bullets, and he heard only one, but one bullet found in her, the murder weapon was fired twice. So the victim's data. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. It's 3 pages long! What the fuck do you mean? Which page contradicts my was testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. I said was only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point. It's alright, the murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of the shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Of course, because if we don't have anything more to say. So, yeah. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karmas, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident? The photograph of the scene of the murder? Of course. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in this photo. Oh, look! a gunshot! As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's head, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your white fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. We have one in our pocket, a bullet! If the pistol has indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. It does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Yes! The bullet that killed him! I know that! Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Vodkama says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought that one. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. And you're right. Stop being an idiot! But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, so that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? The only thing we can do is raise an objection, like...
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick, I don't know, this case is perfect. no! Ah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing? The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce any answers for Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor? The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just proved that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who it is. Who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. The criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it? Yes. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene, the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as a proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. So, right, you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Okay. This isn't going so well. But there's some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet. Yeah. Well... I'm not sure about what I should say. Yeah. That's strange that they bring us back here. Wait a minute. Maybe they actually didn't need it, but why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. I don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if he hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there is a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, my Cedros and Yanni Yogi, were both unarmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes? The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the man inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murder. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gilroy Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But took it because he was injured, which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. It was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? I don't know. Maybe I think it would be better to save it for a better time, but I'm not sure when it would be a good time. Let's save. I will. I'll save it for a better time, I think. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I'd better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something the matter? I'm fine, Your Honor. Shall we carry on with the trial then, That said, we have no further to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet. Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer, yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless, and will be rejected, of course. Nick, now not the time to be holding on that trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright, I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes. Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma! Von Karma! You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Ah! You don't object? Huh. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Wright, the doctor that operated on me, have him testified. No, you did not. You still have that bullet in you. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. It's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Von Karma pulled the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? I'm going to say it's impossible. Because the bullet is still inside you, so we can't show him as evidence. It would be impossible to find a doctor who operated on Von Karma now, even if Von Karma didn't undergo surgery. It seems you have finally come to your senses. you've realized that the truth, you can't prove something that didn't happen. Nick, a court record. There must be something. A court record? What could be in there? There is no time. I better think on it as I go. Alright, Von Kama, I'll prove it. And I even used evidence. I know you like it so much. What? The evidence that proved Von Kama was shot is... well... It's the case file, but... maybe the bullet, but we didn't use the bullet yet, so maybe it's that. I think it's that. What exactly is that? Sorry. Judge, if you would. Right, penalty. Okay, so not now. I'm really not sure how I've managed to make it this far. So right, please reconsider your evidence. Yes, Your Honor. Evidence that proven Kama was shot is... So... It's that. It can't be anything else. What exactly? No! No, it's not that. Ah! Oh my god. Time of death. Wait. Oh! When Kama is perfect, you wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Kama performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Kama. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there is one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Kama, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse, but refusing this means to acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use a metal detector. Judge, I call for the suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation ran out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Kama, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Retracted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Kama? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Kama, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Kama's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the record room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edward? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. So that's where I need that. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the hand of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic marking? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the marking, we can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's head. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the marking matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun, the very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. So Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, then we'll compare the ballistic marking to the on his bullet, and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know! Help, I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet, you're not making this any easier! Stop breathing my hair! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my hair! Get away! Get away from my father! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? It was, only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! 15 years earlier, Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in a courtroom. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The light must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the light came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it It was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke to a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? That elevator door. Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, hand it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor, you were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. This is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Bonkaman looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! You gotta say I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say it. I know. Right, thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Just got you there. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take a little at a time, you'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, you're... Lotta! You all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. I just look at you, you wanna stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm no longer for this world. You don't look sick. It's Fiancé. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Eddie, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Eddie. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Buds, you come along tonight too, my treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. You're unique. That's the street that questioned me. When is the street that police dog for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Seriously? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Hedgeworth in school? 38? No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, huh? Oh my god. Larry! Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the bad. I know. You're really right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? It was. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Hedgeworth? I say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor! The same goes for me, only there was a way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. It was. Want to switch, right? Hey yo, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Okay. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Office. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressing me yesterday. Think you? It made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Hedgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless, so I decided to go back to my training. I became a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't stay to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye! What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait! What? I never could have said Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end where I thought that we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Rosberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The bullet! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced I had taken all the evidence pertaining to TL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was a bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Okay. Thanks, Nick. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to those novice defense attorneys that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Whoa! Hey, pal, Mr. Hedgeworth came down to the Pricken to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoa, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and ran right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? No, that's not strange. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at She's shop. That miss is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you would call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Okay. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not during my own death, but I saw that of him. I'm sure he's grateful. Ah, it's fast! Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney from whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes? Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of Locator World. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Ah, please! Not that fast! I can't read that fast! Ahem! Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah yes, Maya's understudy, was it not? I wonder, how he's doing. I haven't seen him late. Ah, the day of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Okay. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know that... that... Stop! Stop right there! Someone had to write this dialogue for it to pass that fast. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. When I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dream, you know. But the show is already over. What do you mean? Or maybe it talks about the Pink Princess. the pink. Is it the pink ninja? I don't remember. Oh, I got a letter. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some pink princess trading cards. She says she can buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Okay, so I have my answer. It's pink princess. Right? Good lad. You wanna talk? Let's talk pink princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day and I saw her, the one inside the pink princess suit. What a dog! It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there is a ghost. For real! Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Okay. A ghost? Really? Oh! There was a ghost. there was Mia. Maya? Mia. It's Mia that is the ghost, right? Oh. A brand new episode has been added. Yeah. I saved the progress. And, yes. So, yeah, I was thinking about that. I think it's better to to stop here and take it from there the next time. So I'll stop the live stream here. Thanks everybody for looking, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.